Hey y'all, spiritual whistleblower here. Happy holidays. We are officially a couple days away from Christmas. I hope you guys are having a very peaceful time this year. Me personally, me and my daughter, we're going to do it very casual. I got a little bitty Christmas tree that lights up. My daughter does not do holidays either. Like we are so New Yorker-ish. We go out to eat and all that. So we probably do the movies, go out to eat at a nice restaurant, something casual, um, maybe ice skating or something. But we're gonna relax and have a very peaceful holiday, like we always do. No drama from family. We don't want to be invited to nobody's house. Leave us alone, okay? So I think I'm gonna post toxic family videos all week long. And I got a little challenge for y'all. I'm petty, but I always say one way that you could tell, if you want to find out if you have any narcissists in your family, play my videos around your family. Play one of my videos about toxic family. Play it around your family. If they get irritable, they get pissed and disgruntled, that's because my big mouth is irritating their demons, their narcissists. Okay? I just gave y'all some free game. Anyway, as you know, a few days ago, I posted that I was clinically diagnosed by a psychologist here in New York City. I have autism. I am on the spectrum. I have Asperger's. I am neurodivergent. I suspected it for a very long time. I just, didn't get around to actually getting tested. My primary care, this is crazy. My primary care doctor saw it in me. She sent me to get some she sent me to get an electrophysiology test, which is they put this cap on your head with it's like these little dots that transmit electricity or something into your head. They got to gel it down. So I had that, and based on the results of that test, my primary care doctor, she was like, I suspect you have autism. I'm going to refer you to a psychologist. And then I was told, when I went on my girls trip last year with a group of girlfriends, one of the ladies in the group was analyzing me just on the vacation in the group. She said, you have Asperger's. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, you have, I can tell you have Asperger's. You're autistic. Have you been tested? And I said, no, I haven't been tested. So I've always suspected this, y'all. Multiple people have told me. My primary care doctor suspected it. So I kind of knew. So I went ahead and just got tested. It's $700 on my end. It's a lot more in other places, $1,000, $1,500 too. It's expensive, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And our fucking insurance companies do not fucking cover it. That's what pissed me off. My health insurance, they take $500 out my fucking paycheck every month. You would think I would have full coverage in getting tested for autism. No, no, insurance is petty. By the way, free Luigi. But anyway, so I'm going to list some of the symptoms, the signs that a lot of people want to know, well, what were some of the things that were going on with you, your body, that made you autistic? When the doctor was asking you questions and interviewing you, he was also studying my body language. What were some of the things? And I said, okay, I'll do a video. Since TikTok's going to be banned, I don't think it's going to be banned, but just in case they ban it, I'm sending all my followers over here to YouTube. So I'm just going to do all my video requests from TikTok. I'm going to send them on over here. Okay, so I'll share with y'all what were a lot of my symptoms and traits of autism. I can't tell y'all everything because some things are a little too personal that I shared with my psychologist, but you'll get the gist of it. So these symptoms are not just symptoms that I'm dealing with right now. I've been dealing with this since I was a little girl. Sensory touch. So with me, I've always loved to walk barefoot ever since I was a little girl. My grandparents used to get on me all the time. Chanel, stop walking around barefoot. Why are you always barefoot? And I would walk on my toes. And I never really explained this to my family, but I don't like the feel of socks. I don't like the feel of shoes on my feet. It hurts. I don't know if that makes sense, y'all. The sensation of something rubbing on my feet, I hate how it feels. Now, I love wearing flip-flops because that's close to nothing. But actual socks and shoes, I struggle with that. So I always remember I was a really little girl, small child, 7, 8 years old. My grandparents, these are my mother's parents. I always remember them. They would get on me, stop walking around barefoot. And nobody knew that I was autistic. I had sensory issues. I didn't like the feel of things touching me. Matter of fact, I should not be sharing this with y'all, but when I go to use the bathroom, I take all my clothes off. I don't know if I should have told y'all that. I cannot use the bathroom unless I take all my clothes off. It is something that unnerves me. I don't know. Well, yeah, it is autism, but I just had issues where I had to disconnect. Let me try to make sense of this. Mentally, I had to disconnect from anything touching my skin in order for me to use the bathroom. That's the best way that I can explain it. I did not like the sensation of clothing or fabrics or anything on my body every time I went to the bathroom to use the toilet. Yeah. So I know that's a little too much information, but I hope it helps somebody. I had sensory issues with how things felt on my skin. I don't like nobody touching me. This is something that me and my daughter struggle with because I love her to pieces. I tell her I love her every day. But my daughter she's been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And as you know, borderlines are extremely clingy. She's extremely clingy, touchy feely, oversteps boundaries, so she has to constantly be up under me or she likes to touch me. And I have to tell her, I have to constantly remind her, I love you very much, but mommy is autistic and I don't like the feeling of people's fingers touching me. It sends me. And given that what happened to me at the age of 13, I was sexually molested by my mother's second husband, and he used his hands to fondle and grab me, in my private, my lower, I don't even want to say it, y'all. He touched me where he wasn't supposed to touch me. And that's a feeling that will never, as much as I try to forget about it, it's like embedded in my head. I just do not like people's fingers touching me, even if it's a gentle pat, even if it's just something friendly. Don't touch me. That's a sensory issue that I have. My daughter does it too. Sometimes she forgets, she'll touch me and I'll say, "What are you doing?" I'll snap at her. Then I have to apologize. But okay. So another sensory issue, audio. I'm super sensitive to audio sounds. Like I will close my bedroom door and go to sleep. Now, the way that my apartment is set up, my daughter has her own bedroom. She never sleeps in her bedroom. She's got a gigantic TV. Her room is super cozy. I got an air conditioner in her room. She ain't got to leave her room. She's got a refrigerator in her room. I set her room up so it can be super cozy. She never sleeps in it. She likes to sleep in the living room for whatever reason. The living room's cozy too, but she blasts the TV. And it's not even that she blasts the TV. I just personally think it's too loud. I could shut my door and I wake up in the middle of the night irritated. I said, that fucking TV. And I have to get up, she'll fall asleep. And I have to turn the TV down in the living room because I can hear it all the way in my room. And it upsets me, y'all. And I tell her over and over again, please, I hate the sound. She likes to watch Family Feud. That Steve Harvey, his mouth, it irks the fucking shit out of me. Turn the TV down. So that's an audio issue that I have with sounds. Another thing too is visual. I have a sensitivity to light. Most of my apartment, with the exception of this room, because it's this room I painted. I love rose gold and blush. As you see the color here on my headboard. Most of the time, the lights are out in my bedroom. I have I have a night light here, an angel light that one of my supporters gave me. I think it was in Dallas, Texas, when I did a support group in Dallas. She gifted me with this angel. It's a pink Himalayan salt night light. It's an angel and it's really big. but the night light is so beautiful and subtle. So most of the time, the lights are out in here. I only turn the lights on to do videos, but y'all know too, when I first started my YouTube channel, what was I doing, y'all? I did all my videos in the dark. I'm more comfortable when the lights are dim or dark. So I'm doing this video in the light just, for video purposes. But once I turn this video off, the lights are going to go off and I'm going to resume enjoying my peace and quiet with the nightlight on. Most of my apartment walls are painted black because visually I like dim. I like things dim because I have a sensitivity. My computer, whether it's at work or at home, all my emails, for those of you that work, whether it's corporate or whatever, I have a government job. So I get Outlook, my emails and my Outlook inbox. The whole background is dark. I've changed all my settings to dark mode. I cannot stand the white background. My TikTok, my Instagram, Facebook, whatever, everything is set to dark mode. I don't want the white background. It irritates my eyes. I have a light sensitivity when it comes to my eyesight, and that is part of my autistic traits. I hope I'm helping y'all. I hope I don't sound like a weirdo. Now, another thing that I do is I repeat myself. When I don't know if y'all pay attention when I'm doing a lot of my videos, I talk in circles. It's not word salad. That's what the narcissist does, but I like to repeat myself. I'll repeat words over and over again. Repetition. That's a sign of autism. The sound of my voice, the cadence of my voice, the tone. I have a habit of slurring my words together. I don't know if you guys can tell. It irks me. I can pick it apart, but I definitely repeat myself a lot. What else? Oh, stimming. Stimming is when the need to you need to stimulate yourself or self-soothe. So one of the things I do, and I've been doing this since I was a little girl, I like to curl my toes. I fidget with my feet. I'm doing it now, but it's very soothing to, rub my toes together, constantly. I also have a habit of repeating. If there's a particular song that I love at the moment, I can put that song on repeat and let it play all night long. While I'll put my iPhone down and I will just put the same song on repeat. Like that song by Her. I love the singer Her. I don't know if you know who Her is. All her music to me, it's like a dark R&B. She has like a dark R&B sound, a lot of her music, and it's just something about it. Well, there's a song that she has called Avenue. She has several songs that I love, but right now it's Avenue. The song by Her is called Avenue. I will let that play for like 10 hours straight. It'll play while I'm sleeping. I'll let it blast from my iPhone. It's just something in it that's soothing to me, and that's stimming. Okay, so autistic people have the need to stim. Stimming is something, whether it's flapping your hands, curling your toes, rocking. I do rock a lot. We do things, pick my nails. I pick my nails, and I constantly, I've been cracking my knuckles since I was a little girl. That was another bad habit. My family would get on me. Stop cracking your knuckles. You're going to have big knuckles. I don't have big knuckles. My hands are they're slim and ladylike. So that was a lie. My family was they just wanted me to stop cracking my knuckles, but that's a part of stimming. I was autistic. That's the reason why I was cracking my knuckles. I still crack my knuckles to this day. Skin picking. What else? What else do I do? So and other weird things like I told y'all, like counting telephone poles. I have an obsession with alignment and patterns. That's why I'm the way that I am. A lot of people are like, you're such a truth teller. You're straightforward. You shoot from the hip. You say what's on your mind. You're like unfiltered and unhinged. That is autism. Autistic people, we pick up on patterns, pattern recognition. That's why I can pick up on a narcissist, because their behavior is so fucking triggering. Once I see the pattern in somebody, I call it out. That is autism. We recognize patterns. And because the narcissist is not an authentic person, they're unoriginal, they copycat, they steal from people. They hate that autistic people, we are original. We don't know what else to be. And I want y'all to really look back at your childhood. If you were bullied by your family and friends, there's a strong possibility you're autistic. I think Jesus Christ was autistic because of how he was treated. Autistics are I feel they're gifted and talented. They're brilliant. Their brains are just wired differently. Another thing too that makes me autistic that my psychologist told me, it's so easy for me to do my self-care videos. You guys see when I do my self-care videos, I get all dressed up and real pretty. I put on my makeup, my wig, my lashes. I dress real pretty and I'll treat myself to a 5-star restaurant and take myself out a night on the town in New York. I'm always out and about eating at the best restaurants all by myself. And a lot of people are like, how do you do it? How do you travel around the world? I'll get on an airplane and I'll fly to India. I'll fly to Europe all by myself. And people are like, how do you do it? I would be too scared. You're always doing everything by yourself. And I said, I love being alone. There's just something about being isolated. I don't have to depend on anybody. Nobody's bothering me, touching me, bossing me around, controlling me. This is the point in my life where I feel free. Y'all got to understand the way that I was raised. I was raised like a fucking slave. I was bullied. I was disrespected, teased, picked on. And I'm for once in my life, I'm free. I'm free to be me. So I don't want anybody jeopardizing my peace of mind, my isolation, my tranquility. That's why I'm so comfortable doing everything by myself. But the way that my psychologist explained it, most autistic people don't like being around groups of people. Most autistic people are cool being alone. We isolate. We don't like crowds. We don't like to be around groups of people. We actually feel weird. We feel excluded. I could be walking in a group of people and I feel totally disconnected. I don't feel like I'm a part of the conversation. I feel like I'm being excluded. I feel like an outcast. It's always been like that since my childhood. I never fit in school. My friends treated me like shit. People treated me like I was fucking invisible. So you ask any autistic person, how were they treated in high school? How were they treated in middle school? How did their family members treat them? It always, even if you were in a room full of people, there's this loneliness. There's this feeling like I don't belong here. I don't fit in with these people. That's autism. Autistic people are better off as single and alone. We are comfortable being alone. We don't want to be bothered. It's hard for us to be fake in a group of people. If we go around people, we have to mask. And that's another thing that I do, masking. I have to mask to pretend to be normal to fit in. I don't like that. It's uncomfortable. That's why I do these videos and y'all get to see this unfiltered side of me, because this is the real spiritual whistleblower. This is all I know how to be. When I go to work, I have to mask to pretend to be fucking normal to fit in. It's uncomfortable and it's fucking exhausting. And another thing, one last thing that I do, and there's many more things, I could go on and on, but I think I've given y'all the bulk of my autistic traits. Is autistic people, because we are so burnt out every single day from having to mask, we have to stimulate and self-soothe. We get exhausted from being around neurotypical people. Those are the people that are not autistic, the narcissists and the other people that are not autistic are fucking exhausting to fucking deal with on a day-to-day basis. So what happens when we come home, we crash out, we burn out, we crash out, which means, sometimes I don't get out of bed for days because I literally have to detox from being around fucking people. I don't like people. Now, I have always put together support group meetups for survivors of narcissistic abuse, survivors of domestic violence, because that's my good heart, trying to help women and children. But it's not easy because I'm not a people person. I'm empathetic like Jesus Christ, but if I had my preference, I would choose to just stay away from people. So I hope this video helps some of you guys. I hope I've answered some questions about insurance. Most, if not all, insurance companies do not pay for adult testing. I believe an insurance company will cover testing for children. The same way with braces, because I got my when my daughter was in elementary school, I got her braces. So my insurance paid full price for her braces. But once you turn 18, they do not cover braces. So I think it's the same for autism. You know, everybody has different insurance, health insurance, but I know them motherfuckers bill me 500. They take $500 out my paycheck every fucking month. Yet, you know, insurance companies are fucking disgusting. They really are fucking trash. They will not, they should pay for adult testing for autism. Unfortunately, it's not covered by insurance. I had to save up my pennies. I think $700 is good considering, other quotes that I've heard. Some people got to pay $1,000. Some people got to pay $2,000. It depends on where you live. I went to Sachs Center in New York City. I believe they have other locations in other parts of the country. I can post the website. You guys can go. They do tests for ADHD as well. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please, let's open up the floor of discussion in the comment sections. I learned so much about you guys when you leave comments and give me your opinions. As long as we're not disrespecting each other, I respect everybody's opinion. But let's help each other as a community. And yes, I am doing coaching. If you're dealing with your trifling family and you need some advice to get through the holidays, I'm running a 50% off discount for the holidays. It's over on December 31st. So all of my rates for phone, I do 15-minute phone sessions, I do 30-minute, and I do 1 hour. It is 50% off the original price just for the holidays, guys. Okay? So everything, the information is down below. I love you guys. Until the next video, and happy holidays. Be safe and fucking narcissistic free, guys. Love you.